President Donald Trump has now officially signed the executive order suspending immigration into the United States. President Trump defended his decision, saying that it would shield the job market for U.S. citizens. Listen in.
In order to protect our great American workers, I've just signed an executive order temporarily suspending immigration into the United States. This will ensure that unemployed Americans of all backgrounds will be first in line for jobs as our economy reopens. Crucially, it will also preserve our healthcare resources for American patients. We have to take care of our patients. We have to take care of our great American workers.
The United States is suspending immigration for green card seekers for a period of 60 days. The coronavirus pandemic has brought the U.S. economy to a grinding halt, and experts believe that once the economy reopens, many American citizens could find themselves without jobs as companies brace for massive losses. It is important to note that this executive order will only be affecting those who are seeking green cards. The order will temporarily suspend immigration into the U.S. for 60 days, and it will also not affect any workers who are entering the U.S. on a temporary basis. So it basically means that a 60-day pause will be in effect only on those people who are seeking permanent residence status in the United States for now. Seasonal workers such as immigrants vital to U.S. farm labor are still allowed to enter. The order also exempts people working in the healthcare sector and immediate relatives of U.S. citizens. Many even believe that the government is using this pandemic to crack down on immigration. And the main question is, how will this decision impact India? While President Trump talks about suspending immigration visas, the H-1B visa, which is a popular one among Indian IT professionals, is a non-immigrant visa. But travel restrictions and the closing of consulate services is already having a huge impact on the issuing of new H-1B visas. And now for more details on these developments within the United States, Jagriti Dave is joining us live from Washington, D.C. Thanks for joining us, Jagriti. So tell us, President Trump has officially signed the order banning immigration for a period of 60 days. So how has the American media and the American population at large reacted to this move?
The president said that he had signed the executive order just before the coronavirus task force briefing got underway. And the immigration ban, as first tweeted, made it sound like it was a blanket ban, he's described it as a strong ban. And because he didn't give very many details, a lot of immigration lawyers, a lot of people who are applying for visas and to come to the United States sort of scrabbled to find out what this meant for them. And as you say, the details that have emerged that this is specifically for green card applications and for people coming into the United States to seek permanent residency. Now, there are those who maybe want to see harsher immigration restrictions into the United States, who thought that this might have been a tougher measure, and that's not what this is. There are others who are critics of the president who say that actually what the president is doing is scapegoating immigrants. It's a distraction tactic to appeal to his base. He's not fleshed out much really in these briefings what this means, other than that it's stopping permanent residents coming in, seeking applications for permanent residency in the United States. So there's sort of a mixed reaction on either side to this measure.
Now, do we see this immigration extending beyond the period of 60 days as well as spreading to other forms of immigration? As we know, the H-1B is a popular non-immigrant visa for Indian professionals working in the U.S.
So the president has said that this could be expanded or modified or changed at any point. He said today that he could do it next week. He could do it once the 60 days are over. So he says that the options are open. He said yesterday that depending on the economic circumstances, he could modify the order. He could change it, because obviously businesses who rely on foreign workers have also expressed concerns that if the president wants to get the economy reopen again, wants to boost the economy again, and these businesses rely on foreign labour to do so, and they can't, if the executive order prevents them from getting the necessary workers, then that's going to damage their business. As you mentioned, farmers, that the president has also mentioned, certain speciality occupations that the H-1B visas cater for. Those businesses also would be concerned if it affected those. So at the moment, it doesn't affect temporary visas. It only affects green cards. But but the president has intimated that that could change at any point.
Right. Now, give us a sense of, the situation in the United States as of now. This immigration ban comes at a time when the U.S. economy is slowly beginning to reopen, or at least that's the hope of President Trump. So what is the status as of now across different states?
Well, if we look at the broad picture, the latest Labour statistics showed that over the last month, at least 22 million Americans have filed for unemployment. So that is a staggering figure, and this is playing out across the whole of the country. And this is a figure that many people are pointing to when they come out and protest against the stay-at-home measures that their various states have imposed. And you can see this in states in the South, in Georgia. You can see it in states like states like Michigan. There was a protest just nearby in the state of Virginia, nearby to Washington, D.C. And they are all protesting against the measures by their governors, which they say are hurting the economy. Some of the protesters are talking about how this is curbing their individual freedoms. But really, the economy is a huge concern for businesses, for people, and of course for the federal government. This is one of the reasons why the states are having to play this delicate balance between the health of the economy and the health of the people, needing to try to ensure the reopening of the economy that the president has talked about, but doing so in a safe way.
All right, Jagriti, thank you for joining us today, and thank you for all your inputs.